everyone, and welcome to the Jazz Bass Journal, the place where we explore the art of playing the bass in jazz. My name is Chip Boaz, and I'm going to be your host on this weekly journey into the low end of this amazing music. And since this is the first episode, I want to start things off by telling you a little bit about me and a little bit about what I'm planning on doing each week. Well, I guess it could sum things up by saying I'm kind of a bassaholic. I love the instrument in every way. I've played electric bass, upright bass, U bass, you name it, in a lot of different genres, everything from jazz to salsa, R&B, reggae, pop, you name it. But my first love really is jazz, and I've worked really hard all of my life to gain an understanding of this style. And I feel like I'm still a student. I feel like I'm still growing and learning something every day. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because as an educator, another one of my roles, I think it's really important to learn together. And I'm hoping that we can build a jazz-based community where we can all share ideas and help each other get to the next level in our playing. Now, every week I'm going to share some thoughts on the art of playing the jazz bass. Sometimes that'll be about specific bass grooves, maybe sometimes that'll be about different bass players, and sometimes that'll be about music that I'm hearing. But it'll be a weekly trip back into this world to just kind of throw some ideas out, and I hope that you can respond to me and let me know what you think about the different topics that I'm talking about on a daily basis, so weekly basis. So let's get started. I wanted to start things out by taking a few minutes to reflect on the art of walking bass in jazz. This isn't going to be an instructional video on how to create walking bass lines or anything like that, but more of just some reflections and thoughts. And I think that's really important to sit back and kind of think about what we're doing. Because at the end of the day, I think walking bass is really one of the most important parts of what we do in jazz. Now, let's be real. The role of a bassist in jazz includes a lot of different things. We have to be able to play a lot of different grooves. We have to be able to improvise and solo through different sets of chord changes. We need to be able to respond to collective improvisation. And the list goes on. For sure, there are lots of things that we need to know how to do. But walking, I feel like, is at the core of the style for us. It's really one of our main jobs in jazz. And the choices that we make when we're playing walking bass, I think define us as musicians in the style. Because if we play a song, we're playing a swing tune from the top to the bottom, we may play 7, 8 minutes, and we may take a solo through a minute of that, but we walk through the rest of it. So I think it's important to really think about what we're doing, because our performance can make or break a piece of music. So we do a little bit of this. looking at walking bass, or really any aspect of music, I think it's really important to start by breaking it down to our core features and seeing what we're doing with that. Because that defines what is our job. And I think when we are playing walking bass lines, sometimes we get caught up in the act of playing that line, and maybe we're not really thinking about what our primary job is. So I think it's important to step back and look. Now, when we're walking bass lines, our primary job is creating a rhythmic and harmonic foundation that outlines the form of the song. Now, there's lots of different approaches to doing that, and we can talk about those things. But if we are doing that, we're creating rhythmic momentum, we are outlining the harmony or the chords of the song, and we're creating a sense of form in what we're doing. We are really playing the whole song. I mean, you should be able to take out the drums, to take out the piano, take out the rest of the rhythm section, and just have bass along with a horn player or a singer or whatever. And you should be able to hear the song. Take out that horn player, take out that singer, and you just have the bass. And you should be able to hear the song. That's how solid our role should be. Now, that's huge. That is a huge musical responsibility in what we do. And the choices we make can drive the song in so many different directions. So, although our primary jobs is that rhythm, that harmony, and that form, we can be affecting melody, we can be affecting improvisation, we can be affecting the way the group collectively goes. And that's a lot of power. And as a very wise man once said, with great power comes great responsibility. So there's a lot we need to do when we're doing something like this. So, those are the three aspects of our job when we're playing walking bass. And I think it's worth taking a deeper look at each one. So, in future episodes, I'm going to dig into each one of those aspects of walking bass and look at some different approaches on those things, and maybe give some examples, and maybe look for some feedback on different ways to approach that from our community. So I hope that you can join me on this journey. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to hear all the different episodes of the Jazz Bass Journal, as well as some of my music that I put up and other things along the way. Or even better, you could follow the link in the comments and sign up for my mailing list, where I keep you up to date on all the things coming out, all things Jazz Bass Journal, as well as all things with my music and beyond. I send out a free MP3 every week to subscribers, so you get a lot of stuff in there. But most of all, I hope that you are playing some jazz on your bass this week. I hope that our deep dive into some of the aspects of walking bass helped you out. And come back next time and we'll talk more. Thanks.